Hi everyone, in this week's activity we're going to discover some things about some forces, particularly the force of gravity as we begin maybe to look more at the physical science root of things as we look at the last 4 to 5 weeks of the school year. Now, as we dive into this activity, there will be, of course, the thing that you do at home, and then there'll be a gizmo that reinforces the activity that you did. So I'm going to quickly scroll through here. These two data tables are where you're going to put your information, your data that you collect as you do this part of the activity. So you'll put your length, well, your weight here. You will multiply that weight by the force of gravity, at least the effect of gravity on these different planetary bodies. And if you were on that planetary body, what your weight would be. Well, then you're going to actually get an opportunity to do a standing long jump. And you can test yourself, take 3 jumps, average them together, get your average distance. And a standing long jump is you put your feet about shoulder width apart on the ground. Your toes are behind some type of starting line. Both of your feet are flat on the floor, and you are going to kind of rock your body, get some momentum, and then one jump. And both feet have to land at the same time. You measure your distance that you jumped, okay, from the starting line to the part of your foot that is closest to the starting line. So that would be your heel that happens to be a little bit behind the other heel. If you land and you land on one foot and then put another foot down, you have to stop that, and you have to erase that data, and you got to go back and you got to jump again. And then you can take your best jump if you want, or you can jump 3 times and average them together and get a distance. How far can you jump here on Earth doing a standing long jump? Well, you put that information down in this column, and then you divide it by the effect of gravity on these planetary bodies, and you'll see how far your jump would have been had you jumped on the moon, or say Jupiter. So that part's pretty straightforward. Now, as we get down into the gizmo, you're going to need to do the student exploration, which is on explorelearning.com. That's called Beam to Moon. Okay, and then you're going to use metric. So Beam to Moon metric is the gizmo you will be using. This is a Google Doc, so you'll be able to click in here and delete some of the spaces here and type in your answers. Hint, this answer is not correct. Okay, so it's a Google Doc. You will all have your own copy of it as you have before. No changes there. However, there are some spots in the gizmo where you will need to enter some data for a proportion or a ratio, like what you see here. Well, the best way to draw in a ratio on a Google Doc is actually drawing an image and then inserting it into the document. So if you click on it and try to type your answers into these gray boxes, it's not going to let you type. So how do you enter your answers? Well, when you click on the image, you go to Edit. And because this is your own copy of the document, you can go in here and edit as you wish. So if you want to enter in your information here, you have to go into Edit the drawing, and then you need to give yourself a text box. So put in a text box over the gray box, and then you can type in your answer. And I don't, okay, yay. Newtons, okay? And if you need to do another box, right? You can just copy paste, put it here, and then you can change your answer as such. And then whatever this ratio is, right, you're going to have to reduce that ratio, like if it's 5 to 1 or 4 to 1 or 6 to 1 or 6 to 5, whatever the case may be. You will then answer that question as well. Now, I'm not sure why it's waiting for the server to respond. I'm not sure why that's happening. However, we will wait for this to go away. Okay, so we were able to fix it. And this is what happens then when you would click Save and Done. After you have edited the image, here are your answers in the image there that you wanted to put in. Now, these answers, of course, are not correct, but if you need to go in there and add, like you would here, click Edit, go in, add text boxes, type your text, click Save and Done, and when you come back to the document, it will have saved it for you. Okay, if you have special questions or if you need some special assistance, I know Mrs. Spencer's Zoom meetings are on Mondays, and my Zoom meetings are on Wednesdays. Mine are on Wednesdays at 12, 3, and 4 p.m. If you have a question, join us at one of those meetings. You don't have to come to all three, and you also don't have to stay for the entire meeting. If you have a question, get your answer, and then I'm gonna head out. Okay? All right. I hope you have a great week. You are safe and healthy, and I hope to see you soon.